Hi Libras, this is Genevieve with Belladonna and Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing well. This is the reading for the week of November 2nd through November 8th, 2020. And whenever I hear the date, November 2nd, I get a little nostalgic because that was my mom's birthday. So I've got a little things going on. Also, Samhain just ended, and which is the end of the wheel of the year, and it's the start of the new year. And so there's a little bittersweetness going on. There's just a lot of emotions, and people's emotions are running high anyway, and especially because of the psychic field that's going on, the thinning of the veil, things like that. We're all kind of like, ah. Plus the retrogrades, there's just so much going on. It's just a tough time. So the first card I get for y'all is the Eight of Swords. Now, this card says that you feel like you don't have any control. You're bound up. See, you're sitting, there goes my mouth. You're bound up. You're surrounded by these 8 swords, and you feel like you can't do anything. You can't have no control, but you do. You really do. Whenever you choose to stay in a situation where you have no control, it's still giving into that situation. The next card we get is the Seven of Swords. And this tells me, and this card's reversed, so we're going to turn it upside down. But this tells me that there's things going on behind the scenes, and someone's not what they seem. There is a sneaky person in your life. Now, this could be a friend that's just talking bad about you, or something, but there's somebody or something that's not good for you. This is a warning card. And then we get the Four of Swords, which is crazy, all these swords. The Four of Swords, you've got a sword underneath you, 3 swords pointing down towards you. This card is back in the day when they had knights. After there was a battle, the knight would come back and would meditate on the battle to figure out what he did wrong and what he did right so he could do better the next time. And that's what this is saying to you. You're going to get out of this bondage. You're going to figure out who this false friend is. But you need to stop and evaluate it and figure out what you could have done better. You also get, okay, well, first I pulled a card from the Crow Tarot deck. Duh. Okay, this is the Crow Tarot. And this card is the Nine of Wands. And it's beautiful, isn't it? And this card says you've got the strength to make it through and you're going to succeed. And see, he's picking them up, but there's a sun coming up, and there's a plant, and the sun is breaking through the clouds. And it's because you've got the strength to get through this. You've got the strength to come through what's been bothering you. Now, I also pulled a card from the Spell Casting Oracle deck. And the card I got is Peace. And that might honestly seem kind of incongruous with what you've just been getting, but it's really not, because it's telling me that you can have peace in the midst of this storm, and that you can know that what you're doing, you're on the right way, and you're making the right choices for you. It's just sometimes kind of hard, isn't it? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my trusty little crystal ball. And the first thing I see is a flock of birds to the right, which is good luck. So in the midst of all of this, you can count on the fact that you're going to have good luck. Things aren't going to go against you. They're going to be for you. I also see a camel. A camel keeps water in its back and its hump so that it can have things on reserve. So you need to keep things on reserve this week. Emotional things. You don't need to be putting it all out there. You need to hang on to some of that, because as it gets tough and as you're feeling bound up, you're going to need that reserve to make it through this time. and I see a goose. When I see a goose, I believe there's going to be travel because geese travel a long ways. I mean, they come from Canada sometimes and go down into South America. And so they travel a long, long ways. So I feel like you're going to have a trip. Now, I don't know that that's going to be a big trip, but I do think that you're going to be traveling somewhere. That might just be, an hour away from home, or it could be you start planning a whole big trip. But whatever, there's going to be a little bit of travel in your life this week. So, y'all, if tomorrow, by the way, we are going to do a pendulum question and answer. So send me by text to 405-512-9400 your yes and no questions. Just send them to me. Also, if you want to do a private reading, same phone number, 405-512-9400. And please follow my YouTube channel and subscribe to it so that I can just keep doing these videos. Have a good one.